I met Tammy November-ish last year,
Maybe
somewhere around there.
October.
Yeah, I started this in
This is my
October.
grandma. Yes, Paisley
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, Paisley's in. Hey, Paisley.
Paisley's a
How's it
singer
going?
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had the wonderful opportunity of coming down and covering we have the TMMC Tammy Marler Music Camp, and I had the honor of coming down and hanging out for the weekend and getting to meet so many wonderful people, including most of Tammy's family, a lot of them, and it was a great time, guys. And I highly recommend that if you are inspiring or you are already a songwriter and you want to surround yourself with other songwriters, that you attend her camp. It is by far probably one of the most affordable camps, and it is a great time. And the food is, oh my God, it's so great. I ate
Delyn's
so.
in the chat. She was at the one before this
Yeah,
last one. So
yeah. Delyn, yes, Delyn was there at the last before the one I came to. Yeah.
the reason
So
that we call it a camp, so we'll go a little further with this.
yeah,
The reason it's affordable is because I know how young artists are struggling just to have a song recorded. I mean,
yeah,
it's so expensive. So the average song recording for radio ready is like 1,000 to 1,500 or 2,000, depending on what you're looking at. I can get you a better deal if you want to go through me. And I use only Nashville producers. Not that I have anything, no bones to pick with anybody in Texas or Louisiana or Oklahoma or any of those. But the truth is, because Nashville is Nashville, you get the best of the best on your projects.
yeah,
And they're competitively priced because there is a studio now on every corner.
yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
so you have to stay competitive and they have to stay in that competitive market. And so,
Yes.
but I've had my own band for 20 years. I still perform out on the weekends. I never wanted to be a singer. All I ever wanted to be was the songwriter. And I sang because I totally enjoy singing, but I never would have wanted to be like, people are like, you should go on The Voice. And I'm like, oh, no, I would throw up. I can't do competitions.
Yeah.
If it becomes a competition, I'm like, I'm out. Nope, not doing that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now that doesn't mean that I don't work with artists that have been in competitive situations. And I have one
Right.
coming up that I can't talk about.
Right.
But a lot of the artists that I've worked with have been on The Voice.
Yes.
So people like Bailey Ray, who was in the top 9, Caitlin Caparel, who was in the top 14. And so, I've worked with several people. So,
Yeah.
And at any given time, I'm working with usually about 10 to 20 artists.
Yes.
And so it's exhausting, but so fulfilling. And you don't get paid. So anyway, so my songwriting camps are inexpensive because I will always keep them that way, because I know how hard it is when you're an artist and you're trying to just get above water.
Right.
One of the things I tell people is, listen, we've had inflation. So when you go to a restaurant, food is more expensive, right?
Yeah.
Well, your performers and your restaurants are still getting paid the same thing they were 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There is no difference.
Right.
We haven't been able to up our pay because the restaurants are hurting, the bars are hurting, everyone's hurting from everything everything they buy and bring in is costing them more. But
Yeah.
so entertainment has really taken a hit,
Yes.
and it started in 2020 to get really bad. So I felt really hard, bad for my friends and stuff that were doing full-time music.
Yeah.
So that's why it'll be affordable.
Yes. And it's a great time. I'm doing good death metal. Appreciate you coming in. But it is a great time. I mean, and not only do you get to, meet and hang out with such wonderful musicians and people that have kindred spirits, and I can tell you that it's not often that I go to a place where there's more than 5 or 6 people that I get along with everybody, right? And I can tell you this firsthand, that there was not one single person there at that camp that I did not just have a connection with. Like, it was so great. And it was so, I'm looking forward to the next one. I really am.
The next one will be in October.
October.
And I don't tell people who the hit songwriter. So what I do is I bring in a hit songwriter. I have friends that are hit songwriters.
Yes.
And I bring in that hit songwriter, and we all stay in my house together. When I tell you there's no floor room, then Eldon, you can attest, that there's everybody sleeping everywhere.
Yes.
It's just everywhere. That's why we call it a camp. It's like a camp out on the floor in my house.
Big slumber party at Tammy's.
It is a big slumber party.
It is.
And they love it. The artists that come in just love it. We are up till 3 and 4 in the morning every morning.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think I got like maybe 2 hours sleep and had to get up and drive to Oklahoma the next morning from like 5-hour drive. Like I was brutal, but it was so much fun. I'd do it again.
It's humbling, Delynn says.
The thing is we set up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning jamming and having a great time, and then when it's time to go to bed, we wind up just BSing. It's until we fall asleep. So yes, it's so much fun. So much fun.
So I can tell you, so Delynn is in here. You guys can follow her. She's an artist that came to camp.
Absolutely
this
wonderful.
Last time I had Garrett Huffman.
Yes.
I had
Lindsay Moore,
Alyssa Freeman, or Freebird. She's on TikTok. Hunter Spicer, who's on TikTok, and Savannah Nicole, who's on TikTok. And then my super friend writers, Randy Morrison.
Hunter Spicer.
Yep. So I bring in X amount of writers and X amount of professional songwriters. And it's a real cool blend. And I can't wait to expand this and get it going somewhere really neat.
Yes.
So
I'm excited for the growth of the camp. I am. We've talked about it quite a bit. We've thrown around some ideas. And I'm really excited to see where it goes and what we do with it. So, again, guys, tonight, Tammy Marler, songwriter, singer, and twice a year writers camp. We do October and January, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to that actually, because in where I live, you want to stay away from like summer for sure.
Yes, right. Yeah. Yeah,
and October was really nice, and I kind of like having the winter ones because you can have the campfires and.
Yes.
So I've done January twice now.
Yeah.
And I've moved the times around, but I really do like January and October, so I think we're probably going to keep that.
I remember trying to make coffee with Mr. Paul at 8 in the a.m. with everyone sleeping. I'm assuming she's talking about Paul Garrett.
Yes, Paul.
Paul Staggs.
Yes.
Yeah, Paul Staggs. So Paul is absolutely wonderful. Since camp has ended, Paul and I have talked at least once or twice a week. Like he is just an amazing individual. Yeah, he's a wonderful songwriter. Wonderful songwriter.
And we've written songs together, so
yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore him as much as I do this lady here next to me. Great people, guys. So
I pair a bunch of professional songwriters with a bunch of artists, and they write songs. And just so you know, so this last group that came in, woohoo, hit your goal.
I did. I didn't even know I set a goal, but
I know I do that sometimes too. So the last group that came in was just ridiculously talented. You and I both know this.
Yes.
So when everybody left, I had all the artists still at my house, just the 4 of them that were left. And I had this idea for a song that I've had for a really long time called Late to the Game.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole saying is you're late to the game means you're coming in kind of late and, seeing how things are going. And you're like, wow, I should have come in and maybe a little earlier. So you're coming in late and you're having to learn what's going on. And so we wrote this incredible song. I have a friend who's a big, and I was like, you want me to develop the artists? And he said, yes, I do.
Absolutely.
And so that would be Alyssa Freebird or Freeman and Lindsay Moore. They wrote a song together. It's a girl duet. It's called Late to the Game.
Yeah.
The first verse is the girl next door that the guy grows up with. Okay. The second verse is sung by the college girlfriend. And I can't tell you any more than that because we're going on the 20th of March this month to record that song.
Yes. And there's been talks of a video already, right?
There's talks of a video.
Yes.
There will be a video.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So that song's going to get recorded. I wrote a new song with Lindsay, and I'm trying to remember what that one's called. How Dare You It's called
Yeah.
How Dare You. Very 80s country style song. And then
Yeah.
Alyssa has her own song that she's written because Alyssa's already like an incredible songwriter.
Alyssa's great. I honestly
Hi,
can't.
there he is.
Alyssa and Lindsay both, and Garrett.
Incredible. All of them
I
were
cannot.
incredible.
All of them. All of them. I cannot say that not one person at camp this past camp was not great.
And Savannah.
Yes.
Savannah.
Oh my gosh.
The
Savvy
year before,
is,
she couldn't
yeah.
even play guitar. She comes into camp playing guitar,
Yes.
you know, and then Lindsay's been playing for 6 months. She picked up a banjo.
She picked up a banjo for the
At
first
camp.
time at camp
And was playing
and
with every
played
song.
it like she'd been playing it for years. It was crazy.
Woo!
It was crazy. Yeah. Hit the goal. Thank you, Al. Appreciate that,
I
guys.
think you better set up a better one.
Probably better. I don't get too wrapped up in the goals. I do it to keep the algorithm moving, so I try to keep simple ones, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
So it just so kind of along the same lines. There was Garrett Huffman and Lindsay Moore, and I got to sit in on a song that was written with Randy. And we, you know, I gave a few ideas for the song, and a couple ideas was used, and that's cool. I was excited about that. It was cool. And so just a bit of information. June, everybody knows June. I have my huge project in Nashville. I'm interviewing 10 artists, actually 11 counting, because Garrett and Lindsay are going to interview together on one interview. And they're going to perform
the
that
song.
song. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
100%.
so cool.
So
And that
Garrett
song is so good.
It
Oh my
is. It
gosh.
is so good, and Garrett, the hook on it is insane. Like it was like chills. Everybody was like, "Oh my god!" So, is it a hit? I don't know.
And you wrote with professional songwriter Randy Morris.
I did.
Yes,
Randy Morris
Morrison.
out of Texas.
Yep. And
So-
he's had 2 or 3 #1 Texas country songs now.
Yes,
So he's
yes.
and he's been a friend of mine and a co-writer for years now.
Sorry, guys. This is an interview. I'm not allowing anybody else in the box tonight. Wednesday nights, 7:00 are interviews with artists or musicians or songwriters in some way, shape, or form. But yes, so we're doing that in June, and actually, I can tell you the date. Lindsay and Garrett are going to be on June 4th.
Awesome.
At 8 p.m. live from Nashville during CMA Fest, guys. During CMA
That's
Fest,
so
that's
awesome.
huge, right? So it's going to be a good time, and you guys will get to hear that song that we wrote at Tammy Marler's music camp in January of this year. It's going to be great.
That's
so-
gonna be awesome.
I wanted to throw that out there.
So what I'd like to do, if that's okay with you, is some recorded songs and then some on my guitar.
Yeah, you do. It's your hour,
Both.
sweetheart. You do what you want.
All right, so we know that I just released on my TikTok Cowboys and Indians. So a little background before I actually sing that, and I hope I have the right one. Let me listen real quick. Let me make sure I got the right one up. You're getting a little taste early.
Little sample.
I'm trying to get over it. That last fight left.
All right, so I got to get the other one so I can sing with it.
Yeah, Tammy has all of her songs that she has released are on all streaming. You can all streaming networks. You can tap in Tammy Marler and go to artist, and it'll pull up every song that she's released, and you guys can stream them, download them.
Yep, you certainly can. Okay, I'm going to bring them all up here. So all my stuff is in
Thank
one
you for the
file.
Heart Me Beats Farm. So Tammy, if you didn't know, Beats Farm Rich, he is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful friend of mine. He is actually he has recently started Beats Farm, which is also a podcast that supports independent artists and musicians. So he's kind of along the same lines as me, different format, obviously. But we connected early on. He's the one that actually kind of turned me on to Sarah Beth, and you've seen where that relationship has gone. So
Yep.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, then we'll start off with this one just because it's the one I'm about to release. So I'm sure they've heard Tumbleweed.
Let's
but,
go. Oh, yeah,
let's
100
make
times
this
on my
is the
plate.
right- Yeah. Oops. Nope. That's not the one. Okay. Here we go. Hopefully this is the right one. I've had so much hard time singing. This is the first time I've sang in a long time because Allergies.
I'm trying to get over it. That last fight left quite a sting. You shot bullets and I put arrows through everything. I'm still not sure you understand me, and I don't always agree with you. But this Wild West way of fighting is never gonna do. We keep circling the wagons, trying to keep this love alive, like it was in the beginning, hoping we can survive. We seem to cause each other so much misery, but damn if I'm not crazy about you and me. Yeah, it feels like war when we fight like cowboys and Indians. Cowboys and Indians. Ooh. We both started reaching for something to numb the pain. You ride off in the sunset, chaining me to the blame. We're both good at playing the victim, breaking hearts and all the laws. How about tonight we stop fighting and call this a draw? We keep circling the wagons, trying to keep this love alive, like it was in the beginning, hoping we can survive. We seem to cause each other so much misery, but damn if I'm not crazy about you and me. Yeah, it feels like war when we fight like cowboys and Indians. Cowboys and Indians. Ooh. You think we learned by the first time we got burned, but we couldn't get enough of that making up. Thanks, Lauren. We seem to cause each other so much misery, but damn if I'm not crazy about you and me. Yeah, it feels like war when we fight like cowboys and Indians. Cowboys and Indians. Ooh. Cowboys and Indians, cowboys and Indians. Ooh.
Absolutely wonderful, sister. Wonderful. So I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to call it bragging rights here. I'm going to brag a little bit. Part of being this woman's friend is I get previews to her songs before they're released, and it's so great. I love it.
So, and all my subscribers, by the way, get all of my songs plus bonus songs they've never heard for free.
Yes.
So you just send me your email if you subscribe, and you get all of the songs I've released for free, plus bonus songs you've never heard.
Chops is he's giving you shout outs here. He's like, Tammy, friend, how you doing? Chops is good people, man. He's helped me out a lot, giving me some good advice. He's been in the industry longer than me, and obviously, you know, you've heard my story. I stepped away for quite a while, but he's actually helped me out along the way with actually the advertising spots for Nashville was his idea. Like I was
awesome.
My investor decided to ghost, and I had to come up with another way. And Chops was like, "Is there a digital billboard?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." He was like, "Sell commercial spots," and I'm like, "Hell yes,
okay.
You're awesome." So, and you know, I'm down to 6 out of 20. I'm down to 6. So
Killer.
doing good, making good time. So, but thank you for that song, Tammy. Absolutely wonderful. And I can just listen to you sing all day. You know that.
So I wrote that with my good friend Lindy Underbake, who is a lyricist and like such a good one. Like,
yeah,
So when you're an artist, if you've ever worked with just a lyricist, they're people that don't really do melody, they don't play an instrument, they're literally just lyricists,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And if you work with a good one, the whole time you're writing, the document looks absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. And listen, they just things come into their head so quickly that you've never heard of before. So, but just a little background on that song. We actually researched the Cowboy and Indian War, which was 7 years long. I do have a half Cherokee and Indian grandmother. And so we really researched to put a lot of really cool lines in that song to draw off. And the song, I was told, is not politically correct. And so the publishers that I was working with were like, we can't even touch that. And I'm like, good, I'll record it myself.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Because it's not about cowboys and Indians. It's really about how passionately people fight.
It's the relationship and the struggle of relationship and the fighting and the absolutely.
And I'm not the same as you, and we don't have the same views. And
Exactly.
oh my gosh, how do we stay married in the same house?
Forget politically correct. It's well written. Forget. So that's what I love about you too. You're a rebel. I get it. I love it. We're kindred spirits, 100%.
Well, whoever thought at my age I'd be releasing songs anyway? But it was like a bucket list thing. It's like, this is the only year of my life I'm going to release songs. And I have one to release pretty much for the entire year. So every month I could release a song. So I'm excited about that.
Give me just 1 second. Somebody's saying something about it's my headphones causing it, but it shouldn't.
Delay is a leaky headphone ear cup. Aha. Don't you love these techie people who come in and just like help you?
Yeah. So is there a delay now? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Do you have another set of headphones?
I do, but
you could try it. So we're going to have to play the TikTok song, because you and I both really did convert bedrooms in the house into our workrooms, right? So he doesn't hear me. I forgot. Oh, I forgot you couldn't hear me.
Let's see.
How's that?
Yeah, no, still an echo.
Okay.
These are my guest headphones, and they're the same. I mean, they're branded. I got my branded headphones.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. I get the echo, but there's a delay now?
It says
I've never
when you
had
turn a certain direction.
When I turn a certain direction. Okay.
That's why I'm wondering, tell him which direction he'll stop turning that way. Stop!
I'm just going to sit here like this. I want to sit here like a church mouse the whole interview. No, just kidding. So, oh my goodness gracious. Tammy.
Cowboys and Indians will release next month, sometime in April. I'm shooting for the first week. I just got the artwork done. Actually, I'm waiting for one little touch up on the artwork, and then we're done. That's all I was waiting for.
I'm going to do something real quick. Hold on.
Okay. When he turns toward toward the board on the wall behind him. That's why I think the TV is what's interfering. Possibly. We're sorry, we're having technical difficulties. Why don't you have her on your backdrop?
Resetting my soundboard. Nope, still doing it. Still got an echo. The thing is this is not the first live I've done with that TV up there like that.
I know, so that's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Have you plugged in anything new? No? Okay.
Nope, not at all. Everything's the same. Haven't done anything. And literally the computer that runs that TV is sitting way back there behind me.
I'm listening to you and I don't hear anything. But
yeah, I'm getting a little bit of feedback to me, and I guess apparently some of the people.
Red, fix the slide.
What do I need to fix the slide for? What's wrong with the slide? I can go back to that one if that's what you mean.
Maybe that's what they're saying. Who
Yeah.
are you watching? Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's
so
gone now? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Okay,
What
well
did
then.
you do?
Well, my
It wanted
soundboard
my
has
face on
been.
the screen.
No, my soundboard has been on all day long. Like literally, I have
Oh.
not turned it off. So maybe I have some ingress or something maybe
Okay.
somewhere. So
It's
that's
gone
that's
now. Look,
it's
everybody's
gone.
like, "Oh, great, it's
go.
gone."
It's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
If you
I
notice
figured
green
I was
spots
like,
on my face,
I'm
it's
gonna
the stars.
I'm gonna try something, and I just turned my soundboard off and turned it back on. So usually in electronic, so I work in the cable industry. And usually with electronics, there's ingress, which is outside signals somehow getting in.
Yes.
And so and a lot of times when you reset electronics, that ingress will go away.
So, by the way, I set up my own sound system for TikTok, researching and studying it myself, and then set it up myself.
Yeah.
So I was proud of myself. It's like,
I'm
go
proud
me.
of you too, because it sounds pretty
Go
good,
me.
actually.
It's okay.
So,
I would love to get another board. I'm working on, putting some money aside after recording in Nashville, which, like I explained when everybody came in, it's very expensive to do any kind of recording.
yeah.
And so, it is what it is. All right, you ready for me to
Absolutely.
do another song?
If you want to do another song, ma'am, you can do another song.
Okay. So this one I wrote in 2019, and I wrote it with Caitlin Caparel from The Voice. She was going to record it, had a video ready to go. We were all super excited. We had a different kind of track made to it, more of a pop track. This is the original track. And then COVID hit. And everything was put at a stop. And then she ended up in a relationship, and, music she wasn't doing as much. So
Right.
I pulled this out of the closet the other day. I threw it on TikTok just to play around, see what people thought. They loved it so far. And so my favorite line in this song, as a songwriter, I always have to what is your favorite line? Saying I love you becomes a habit. My favorite line in this song.
Yeah.
And here's a little joke. I guess you can say, my husband is really bad about every time he gets off the phone, I love you, right? I love you, until he did it to his boss. He got the phone and said, I love you. And so the boss comes back and says, well, Ty, I really like you working for me, but I really don't love you.
That's funny.
Gave him a really hard time.
You
so
know,
you
what's
never let him
funny
live it
is
down.
I've met Ty, so I can see that happening.
So my favorite line in this song is, saying I love you becomes a habit. Don't do that. I think even nowadays, it's like a word. To me, it is something very special that I reserve for really special people in my life. So it's it's not just a word I just love you, but it is now. And so you just have to go with the flow, right? But that is my favorite line in the song. So this song was written about somebody who had been very hurt and was afraid to get back in a relationship and really just kind of let go.
Yeah.
And so if you've been there and done that, then you'll really love this, I think.
Let's go.
So here we go. And it's called Make Me Believe It. So. They say in the end, love remains. If you keep the faith, you'll avoid the flames. But I've been burned and these scars run deep. I really want to give this a chance, to know we're more than a song and dance. If I'm gonna play, I want to play for keeps. Can you show me that you really mean it? The last one stole my heart and broke it. And saying I love you becomes a habit. Can you make me believe? Make me believe it. Make me believe it. Well, you could break my heart if I let you be the one to heal this bruise. I can't afford to bet on another maybe. Will you be the one to love me more? I wish there was a way to know for sure. I hear your words, but I'll trust them when I see it. Can you show me that you really mean it? The last one stole my heart and broke it. Saying I love
really wanna give you all of me. Tear down these walls so I can't see. You're a safe place to call home. Can you show me that you really mean it? The last one stole my heart and broke it. You're saying I love you becomes a habit. Can you make me believe? Make me believe it.
Let's
you ever heard
go.
that one?
Huh?
Have you heard
Actually,
that one?
no,
already?
I haven't. Actually, that's the first time I've heard that one.
Cool.
Yeah, you didn't share one with me. Might be a first.
Might be.
No, but I absolutely 100% always enjoy listening to you sing. The thing about it is this, Tammy, is um I don't know what it is about you. Like I was magnetized to you the first time I met you. Like and then meeting you in person was just that much more better. Like it was.
Yeah, I felt like I already knew you.
Exactly. It was great. It was great. So I'm looking forward to the next camp. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see who's there. And so this last camp that we did, we had Terry Joe Box there, right? And then you and I, you invited me to, which I felt so honored because out of the blue, Tammy calls me and she's like, "Hey, I want to ask you a question." Actually, she texts me. She's like, "Call me tomorrow. I want to ask you a question. I need some advice." Well, she tricked me. She goes, "I didn't really need advice." She goes, "I wanted to know if you wanted to co-host with me and interview Miss Terry Jo Box." And I was like, "Does a bear shit in the woods?" I'm not going to say no to that, right?
So for the people in here that don't know, Terry Jo Box writes with Lainey Wilson, Cody
Yes.
Johnson, Ashley McBride.
Yes,
She's
she
a hit
is a
songwriter.
multi-platinum songwriter from the Jonas Group, which is the largest label in Tennessee.
Yep.
So,
And it is
for those
Nick
that don't know,
Jonas's group. Yes.
yeah. So the
Jonas Brothers, yeah.
the Jonas Brothers, yeah. It's the father of the Jonas Brothers, right?
I've always had a crush on Nick Jonas.
Shh, we won't tell Ty.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah's in the house. Hey, how's it going?
I'm still waiting to write a song with Sarah. We're going to write a hit song.
Sarah is amazing. I
Yep.
can't. She gave me a little scare though. She had to go to. I hope she don't mind me saying this. She had to go to the ER the other night. She had a little bit of a situation with her sugar, and scared me a little bit. So, but she knows I love her, and she knows that prayers were with her, and God pulled her through. So,
That's what's most important.
yeah, she's out now, and that's what matters. So,
So glad she's better.
I told her, I sent her a text, and I said, "I feel like a concerned father over here," and she goes, "That's kind of weird." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I can't help it. I know it's just I feel that way about you. I care about you genuinely." So, but anyways, so we got to interview Terry Jo Box together, and that was an amazing interview. And then you said, "Hey, you should come to camp and bring your equipment, and we'll do some coverage on the podcast," right? Which I
Am
still
doubled
have
now because I just got a phone call.
You good?
Yes,
Okay.
I got a phone call.
No, so and then you invited me down to the camp and said, "Hey, bring your equipment with you. Let's cover this with the podcast." Which I still have video footage I need to post, guys. I am so far behind on posting videos; it's crazy.
Me
I'm
too.
thankful for Mariah helping me get this going because this took a large load off my shoulders. And she does all the graphics and everything for me. She's great. I don't know if she's still in here. She sent me a text and said she's really tired and she might be going to bed soon. So, I do have lots of footage, guys, and I'm going to be posting some of that footage. Hopefully before the next camp. But I'll get it posted soon. And some of it will probably go on YouTube. But we had quite a few conversations about the camp when I was there, and the growth of it, and the vision that's there. I mean, you guys, if you ever get to experience Tammy Marler's camp, you'll see that they have a pretty nice spread. It's really nice. It's secluded. It's in Texarkana. It's a really nice
End of a
piece of
dead-end
property.
road, so there's like
Yeah, on it.
800
Yeah,
acres around me.
yeah, dead end road, close to the river. It's a really nice place, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I see nothing but when I looked at their land and I looked at what Tammy has going on. I'm a very business minded person. I always have been. I've always had my hands in something. Had always had side gigs on top of my full time job. It's just 48 years old, and that's just the way I was wired. My dad's 81 years old, and he's still out doing construction. So I'm very, very business minded, and I see the potential of this place. Like, and we've talked about it, and I really see the future of TMMC of having its own facility outside of your
Yes.
house.
And yeah, we're hoping to get there for right now until the land gets completely drained and we're able to do the work because we bought a clear cut piece of land.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking of and my vision beyond that has been, I found out it's pretty cheap to put meters in, and I already have one Avion, which is kind of like an Airstream trailer.
Yeah.
And I'd like to buy a bunch of antique Avions or Airstreams and get them fixed up, and then everybody actually camp in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, so you have,
so-
where you have, full hookup type
Yep.
situation. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That would
So
be.
that's kind of what I'm working on now to see if we can kind of get that going into it. But
Yeah, that's
Marianne,
pretty
thank you.
easy because I mean you got a tractor and some gravel and and just make the pad and set the meter and yeah,
Yep.
that's
And
that's
actually,
some-
we had campfires. So my favorite thing to do, well, first of all, besides four-wheeling, and I got stuck the other day because the water, if you want to do some mean mudding, then you just bring your rig out to my house. And I promise you, you're probably going to get stuck.
it's a 5-hour drive and my Jeep would wear me out.
Oh, yes, it
so
would.
I would have to
Your
convince
Jeep won't survive these trails. Because I have a Can-Am Commander, but it's not jacked up, and my Can-Am can't make it through the trails. You have to have something with big tires that's jacked up, because mine will bottom out on some of those deep holes.
Have you
that
seen my
go
Jeep?
through. No, is it jacked up?
Yes.
Okay, then you probably could do it. But
Yes.
you do have
I'm
to
on
have a jacked
35
up
mud
rig.
tires right now on a 4-inch lift. So and my ultimate goal is to continue to stay on a 4-inch lift, change my front axle out to a D44 and go 37s to 40s. So I can get more of a lift without putting a lift on.
His
right?
Jeep is.
Just have to
Maria's
re-gear.
like, it is.
Yeah, my Jeep is pretty sick, but the problem is getting it down there. I'd have to trailer it. Like it literally would wear me out because it is made for the off road.
Yeah, I have to get something with bigger, knobbier tires because my Can-Am won't make it through the trails. I got stuck and Ty to
Yeah.
come out on the tractor and like pull me out of those trails. I was like, oh, dang it! It makes me mad when I
I'm
get
usually
stuck.
the
I'm
one
like,
in the
"Yeah."
Jeep doing the recovery. I have all the recovery gear in my Jeep. I got a winch.
You got a
Everything.
winch?
Yes. Yeah.
So
So
if
I'm
you want to
usually
do
the
some
one.
mean mud, and y'all hit me up.
Yeah. Let's go.
I can definitely hook you up with some trails.
All I heard
Might
was
get
I'm going to
stuck
have
in.
to invest in a flatbed trailer now so I can haul my Jeep down there.
So, because we've had all this rain lately, so the first time I went through these trails, and I kid you not, I was in my friends. They have like a ATV. It's just bigger than my Can-Am, and big old tires, and it's jacked up. And I'm going through right, and the water, literally, because the water is so deep in some of these holes, it's going up over the top of the thing.
Yeah.
And we were drenched. Like when we got back, we had this
my
water.
kind of mud.
We had a blow up water slide that we had set up for the kids, and there was a
Yeah.
pool in the bottom, right? And we were so drenched. Me and my girlfriend just jumped in the pool when we were done and had to rinse off because we couldn't go in the house like that. We were solid mud from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet. It was so
That's
much
awesome.
Fun.
That's awesome, guys. So,
It was too much
so
fun.
that gives you an idea of what their land is like and the potential of it. And I'm looking. You and I talked a little bit. We were cooking in the kitchen. Yeah, I cook and I help Tammy cook while I was there. So it doesn't bother me at all. I cook at home 90% of the time. So, and I got to cook with one of my really good friends. So it was even more special. So, but we talked a little bit about the future of the camp and
About bringing veterans out. Yeah.
yes,
Letting
about
them
bringing. We talked a little bit about bringing veterans out for, kind of like a recovery, restoration, mental health type deal, and so that is something that I believe is going to happen, and I believe that I think it really needs to happen, like because our veterans are to me they're so special, right? So much to the point to where I actually don't even almost, every time I see a veteran in public, an older gentleman that has a hat on, I spot that hat like nothing. Like my mind automatically says, "Oh, he's a veteran." Guy walked past me today at Home Depot, and he's like, "How you doing, young man?" And I'm like, "I'm doing great, sir. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate what you've done for our country." And so that's just my
And they
heart,
love it.
right?
And so the truth is, there's so many things you can do. Like Nashville already takes in veterans and helps them write songs. I
Yes.
don't know why that's been such a healing thing for them, but remember, songwriting is like gardening, right?
Music is healing.
You get so focused in on something that you forget about you just stop thinking about all the things that worry you.
Yes.
And so it's very therapeutic, but at the same time, I could offer them, like, they could come out with their rigs, their 4-wheel drive rigs, or
Right.
they can hunt out here because I'm out of the county. I'm out in the county, not in the city.
Right.
And then we could write songs, so there's so much that I could offer. And I am very appreciative. My grandfather was in World War II. I didn't tell you that, but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My grandfather served in the Korean War, so.
yep. So I just appreciate that, and I feel like it would be a healing thing. So hopefully, or just any PTSD survivor of any, because
Yeah, absolutely.
I was diagnosed with PTSD after I went through, in 2020, I went through a horrible year. I know we haven't talked about that much, but I lost my mom in 2020. She did not die of COVID. She died of Parkinson's disease, but and I had a son go to prison, which I never thought that I would ever have a son.
That
go
played
to
a toll
prison.
on you.
Or
We
a
have talked
kid.
about that a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
And even just the strife that other people put me through because I had a son go to prison. Listen, when your 33-year-old son or kid goes to prison, it's not because of the way you raised them. It's
Yeah.
because as adults, sometimes we make bad decisions, but we don't blame our parents for everything. He doesn't blame me for what he did.
Yeah.
But the truth is, people were ugly about it, and it broke me. For 2 years, I was broken.
Yeah.
And so, and then his ex-wife wouldn't let me see my granddaughters. And
Yeah.
it's been 3 years now, and I saw them every month of their life since they were born. And so I lost too many people in 1 year, and
it's
I had
tough.
PTSD pretty bad, and had to go through therapy to kind of understand, because I'm one of those people that I tackle problems.
Yeah.
And so, my doctor said, Tammy, some people get in a bed and they pull the covers up over their heads. You didn't do that. You're coming to the end of the tunnel, but you don't see the light
Yeah.
anymore. You don't see the light anymore. And we've got
Right.
to make sure you start seeing that light. And I was like, okay, so I have a great music therapist in Nashville, actually, that helped me really pull me out of that. And I appreciate her so much. So if you need a good counselor, let me know. I'll tell you. She's also my fiddle player on Tumbleweed.
There we go. Let's go. Multitasking.
Yeah, she's a multitasker too.
That's all. Imagine that, a fiddle player from Nashville.
Yes, and so she plays professionally too. So
That's awesome.
but anyway, yeah,
That's awesome.
it was a tough struggle. So for me, helping somebody else through PTSD would be an honor.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And Ty and I've talked a little bit outside of mine and your conversations, and we brought up and talked about the hunting thing and stuff like that too. So there's a lot of potential out there, guys, and I can attest firsthand your hearts and the type of people you are, because I mean, in just a weekend. You and I kind of got to know each other a little bit before, so by the time that weekend came, we felt like we knew each other. But then I got to meet your husband and your daughter and your grandson, and it just
my other son, that
your
came.
other son and
So
his
yeah,
wife.
my son and his wife
yes.
do a social media full time.
Yes,
And
100%.
they were able to talk to the group about how important it is when you're an artist to use social media and what
Absolutely.
you should be doing with it. And that was really, I think, everybody felt like they learned a lot. In
Okay,
that
I'll
moment.
check that.
So
Yeah. I
anyways,
did. I brought some back, and I've been utilizing some of their advice. In things that they gave, and I'm like, it resonated with me, and some of it I kind of knew, just been a little lazy on it, and then other things that they said, I was like, oh, that makes sense, and so yeah, it was absolutely just wonderful camp, and so we learned more than just music, we learned some stuff about social media too. And so it was a really good
But maybe
experience. So I
someday
highly
we can have like a fundraiser out here where I bring in some hit songwriters to perform.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be cool.
Absolutely.
And raise some money for a facility. That would be
Absolutely. So let me you and I need to talk offline because there's some things that have transpired since, and some other podcasters that I've been involved with. And we've already been in very beginning conversations of something huge. And I think that you and Ty might be interested in being involved in this. We'll talk offline about that,
awesome.
but
That's awesome.
basically what it boils down to is a unity concert.
Okay.
A unity concert, and we want a centralized location to do it because all these podcasters that I'm talking to are from all over the country.
Right.
So, and then one of the podcasters that I'm talking to is tied in with Cody Jinks, and Cody Jinks is a huge independent music supporter. Even has an independent label for independent artists. So, but the thing about Cody is he's got to be addressed at the right time, the right place.
Yep.
So, but we'll talk more about that offline. And but it has been great talking to you as always. And I if you want to perform another song, I'm sure everybody would love that.
Okay. I'm going to surprise you and do one you've never heard.
Okay, let's go.
So this is another one I wrote with Kate and Caparel a while back, and we were laughing because, so as a woman, I feel like sometimes we always blame the guy for getting moving too fast in a relationship, but the truth is, sometimes it's the girl's fault. So this one is called Armor, because you'll see why. I can't even tell you any more than that. And anyway, I don't think you've ever heard this one.
I have not. I'm excited. Let's go.
Here we go. I've seen him now for 3 nights, but I feel like I've known him my whole life. He's comfortable like my favorite worn-in boots. And I don't wanna dance in the rain, more like taking him home, pulling down the shades. Is this too soon to be this into you? This ain't love yet, it's just lust. Until I know he's someone I can trust, I'm gonna need armor, 'cause I don't think I can fight him back any longer. Every part of me wants to surrender. I'm gonna need armor. Dang, my knees are getting way too weak. Until I know he's not the enemy, I'm gonna need armor. Yeah, I'm gonna need armor. There's only one thing my arms wanna hold, and I'm afraid I'll get wounded if I let go. I can't take another hole in my heart, but something about him makes me wanna drop my guard. I'm gonna need armor, 'cause I don't think I can fight him back any longer. Every part of me wants to surrender. I'm gonna need armor, 'cause dang, my knees are getting way too weak. Until I know he's not the enemy, I'm gonna need armor, yeah. I'm gonna need armor to cover any places left exposed. Until I know where my heart wants to go, I'm gonna need armor, 'cause I don't think I can fight him back any longer. Every part of me wants to surrender. I'm gonna need armor, 'cause dang, my knees are getting way too weak.
until I know he's not the enemy. Until I know he's not the enemy, I'm gonna need armor. I'm gonna need armor. I'm gonna need armor.
You guys heard it here. Tammy Marler, guys. If you didn't know, now you do. And when I keep talking about her on my lives, that she is an absolutely wonderful songwriter, you've experienced it here 100%. So, guys, go give her a follow. If you're not following her, please go follow her.
Thank you.
You are absolutely going to love it. You won't regret it. She goes, now, Tammy, you go live every morning. You do a makeup tutorial almost every morning.
About 3 days a week.
About 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And so Tammy's really big into natural.
Yes, natural products.
Natural healing, natural products, natural
so I don't
things
use
that
any like creams on my face that aren't like essential oils and natural stuff. There's nothing there.
right.
Yep. So
And
now
then-
makeup is a totally different world, right? But you got to wash that off with something good. You got to put something good back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And then a few nights a week, almost every night at 9 p.m. Central,
At
you go
9:30.
live.
Yeah,
9:30.
9:30 I go live, and sometimes until midnight. Yeah.
Yes. And she sings her songs and she sings covers, and it's
take
a great. It's always a
requests.
great time. I pop in and out, and I'm always there when I can be. But guys, catch Tammy, follow her
Tonight.
up, and catch her tonight at 9:30, guys.
I'll
And
be
also
tonight at 9 or 9:30 or 10. I'll be on.
be on the lookout for the next camp, guys. You are not going to want to miss the camp, and it is limited space. So
Yep.
first come, first serve. If you are a songwriter or you want to be a songwriter, this camp is for you. I promise you, 100%.
But it is for artists, so let me caveat that. It's not just anybody wanting to try
Yes.
writing songs. This is a
Yes.
camp for artists, people that are trying to make it in the music business. This camp is for you.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
And we're going to try and catapult you to a new place.
Yes. And you get the lovely support of people like Tammy, myself, and other songwriters that are involved in the camp. So
Yes.
I appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Tammy, it is always a pleasure. I love you,
Thank
sister.
you so much for having me.
Yes. And tell Ty I said hi.
I'll do it.
And Daisha and everybody else, tell them hello from Red Dirt. And we will see you guys hopefully in October. And I'm sure we'll see each other before then, but in person, we'll see you in October. And God bless.
You too.
And we will see
Thank you for everybody who was in here. Appreciate
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It was great.
you. Talk to you soon.
See ya. Thanks, guys, for joining. That was Tammy Marler, guys. If you check out the screen this Friday night, the Friday night gospel jam right here on RDD Live. If you're a musician and you want to come in and play some gospel music, any genre, it doesn't matter, come in and play some gospel music. You do have to be a musician. I'm nothing against karaoke singers, but it makes it hard for me to distinguish the good singers from the ones that are I'm sorry, just aren't good. I'm not trying to be mean or negative or anything like that. So I've had to kind of narrow it down to keep it simple that you have to be a musician to be in this live. Friday night gospel jam, 7 p.m. Central. If you guys want to come in and play some songs, come on in. And I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the love and support. And I appreciate everything you guys have done for the Red Dirt Disciple platform to date. Guys, go and check out some of my affiliates. You absolutely 100% every morning want to check out the morning jam with Cooper. It is an amazing, amazing show. You're going to love it. Check out Tunes and Throttles, another podcast. And then you got Beats Farm and Tunes and Throttles and Tableau out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You guys are going to want to follow them. Check them out. Absolutely wonderful podcasters. And again, I appreciate each and every one of my followers, each and every one of you guys that support what I do here for independent music. And be on the lookout. It's coming soon, guys. RDD Radio Red Dart Disciple Independent Radio is coming, and it's going to be all independent podcasters, DJs, musicians, 100% independent. And it's coming. It's coming. It's going to be great. And I know I sound like Trump right now. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. So anyways, love you guys. Good night. God bless.